Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Sacred Orgasmic Living book review. Check it out. One of my proteges wrote a book. Now, let me tell you about this dude. His name is Shofar, and this is a powerful brother. This is one of those cases where the student has surpassed the teacher. I mean, this brother's on some higher level stuff. You know, he does, when he deals with people, I mean, he hasn't gotten into coaching. He hasn't really gotten into coaching yet. But when he does, and he probably will have to because of what he can teach, he's going to do it at a higher level. Yeah, I think we doing some stuff here on YouTube. This brother's on some higher stuff because he's also been a protege of Master Yao, who I've mentioned on here, and also Shatam Nidiyama. And, you know, this is one of those brothers out there making a woman having an orgasm without touching them. He's powerful. Powerful. And he's come out with his first book. SOL, Sacred Orgasmic Living. You know what? And there's a link in the description box. If you ready to go to a higher level, see, me, I'm not as public about some of my higher level stuff. Because a lot of people having trouble just meeting women. So I kind of keep stuff at a certain level. But then there's some people already there. Hey, man, you got to check out his book. Check out his book. We talking about, giving women long orgasms, being really coming into your masculine power. It's some powerful stuff. I want to read a couple of excerpts from his book, right? I want to read a couple of excerpts from his book. And, one thing I liked about it wasn't one of those static books. Some people got some static books where they got a bunch of technical terms and it's all dry. You don't flow with it or anything. But the way he wrote it, he has a distinct style, a unique style. It was powerful because when I read through it, I'm familiar with everything he's talking about in here. And there's some of the deeper stuff I've done. I've done some on-demand videos on, right? But I like how he presents it. He presents it in a way that a person not even familiar with any of this can really get. Of course, if they're willing to receive the information. Anyway, let me read a excerpt. I want y'all to sit back. It's an interesting one. Anyway, you're dreaming. Well, guess you could say we are all dreaming, but for now, we'll say you're dreaming. You're in a field with tall emerald green grass and royal lavender flowers. The fresh scents make you fall deeper into a trance. The sun is beating its drum. Waves of warm heat hit you while the wind blows its flute, bringing a cool breeze to this organic concert as you watch the grass dance. Then you hear another instrument, offbeat yet so on beat. Ooh. You feel a strong pulse between your legs immediately. Yes. You look up in front of you and notice a few hills. You see a tree in front of you. Under the tree, there's a woman and a man embracing each other. The woman is wearing a pink robe that looks as though it's made of shining pink rose petals and flamingo feathers. The man wears a white robe that makes him look as though he is shrouded in snowy owl feathers and clouds from the top of Mount Everest. You get the sense you are watching a sacred ritual. They are embracing what appears to be a hug, yet the woman is full-blown ecstasy. The robes then fall effortlessly off their fit-toned bodies. You get even more aroused. The woman's pink robe falls like a leaf under the shade of the tree. The man's robe basks in the sunlight after it glides like a hawk off of him. They are standing there, butt naked. You see that the man has not penetrated the woman, nor are his fingers or hands anywhere near her yoni. You wonder for a second, how was she having so many orgasms without any physical touching of her vagina? Then the man lays down his back on the grass. The woman gets on top and slowly moves the man into her sacred space. She then starts to ride the man very slowly. Every time she seems to establish a rhythm, her body jerks uncontrollably as she is consumed by deeper orgasms. Although you see all of this, you can't make out faces. You want to see more. Something about this erotic display is stroking your curiosity in a special spot. You're in awe of how primal this couple is, yet there is an uncanny innocence. They're just two people in love and clearly sharing that, clearly enjoying the sharing of that love uninhibited in nature. In fact, as they make love, they seem one with nature. To the right of the hill, the couple is on. There's another hill. You discreetly run up the other hill to gain a better look. You do not notice that they do not notice because they are enthralled. Though you are not close enough, somehow you hear the splash of the woman's yoni as it hits the man's rock. As you run up, not only is your excitement growing, but the couple begin to move faster and harder as every step you take. As you get to the top, so do they. Ooh. Ow. The woman's head is thrown back, and it is as if she is under a waterfall of pure pleasure. Yet this is not a climax. The woman is now in an ocean of orgasms with so many waves you couldn't begin to count. These aren't powerful big O type orgasms. These are just as powerful, although more subtle, deeper. All of a sudden, one of the waves of orgasmic energy makes its way over to you, and you feel tingling through your whole body as it flows over you. You become more aware of your environment. The sun, the hill, the tree all seem more brilliant and alive. You look at the couple and now you can see them much clearer. You can make out their faces. They are a middle-aged couple. They look familiar, but your mind struggles because though you are dreaming, it doesn't make sense. The woman goes into a deeper silence and a wave of blissful peace comes your way, and then you awaken. As you lay there in your moist bed, you remember who the couple was. Grandma, Grandpa. Is the end of the story more like a nightmare than a dream? Low. Do you feel that's taking things a little too far? Why? Why do you feel? What do you feel? Nothing at all? Amused, shamed, dirty? Be real with yourself about this. None of those feelings are right or wrong. If that brought up feelings that don't make you feel good, just ask yourself this. Why feel bad about your grandparents making love? What's wrong with seeing them enjoy intimacy, especially since they were younger and in their prime in your dream? It is, after all, their grand intimacy that brought you to the planet eventually. Candles lit. Ladies, this book looks deep into your eyes. Put his hands around your waist and pull your mental panties down real slow. Fellas, this book removes all false beliefs and expectations and then gives you a naked lap dance real slow. Yeah. Yeah, I know, y'all. Now, he gets into it. I mean, and that's the thing, sacred orgasmic living. I mean, you know, I know we talk all our stuff and how to meet women and then the problems that once we meet the women and, you know, for the women listening, but problems once you meet the men. But, you know, a lot of times we don't talk about what sex is supposed to be. See, when you get to this higher level, when you get into the Tantra, when you get into sacred sexuality, when you get into expanded sexual response, when you get into having hour-long orgasms, when you get into a man holding his seed for hours and sometimes years as he only releases to a woman who's proven herself worthy to carry his seed, we get into a higher level. What we're doing now, that's kindergarten stuff. This is one of the few young men who really have reached back. They've reached the mountaintop and they've reached back. You know? Oh, and you know I gotta read this one part. Mr. Goodbar. One of the masculine energy's prime powers is to appreciate. This is how he adds sweetness to life, by appreciating life's offerings. The masculine energy recognizes the full worth of his own being and that of the feminine. This awareness stimulates the feminine. This aroused feminine energy grows under the sunlight of the masculine's appreciation. Thus, the masculine increases the value of creation with his appreciation. He causes it to expand and evolve. My friend and mentor, Rom Wills, in his books, Nice Guys and Players and Sexual Chemistry, calls this man who is highly desirable to women, Mr. Goodbar. Part of the mystery and what endears Mr. Goodbar to women is like chocolate. It's his appreciation for all things feminine and while being rooted in his masculine. On the emotional level, the masculine appreciates the feminine by being receptive to her love. An open heart to the woman's love is the emotional equivalent of the woman having open legs in the physical realm. Mentally, the man appreciates by creating a world suitable for the woman to rest and nest. On the physical plane, the man shows his adoration and reverence for her form with his lovemaking. His fingers, his tongue, and phallus become hot and full with appreciation. The man's appreciation of the feminine causes her to love and sweet yoni to ooze. Let those with ears listen. Let those with eyes see. That was my part, that last part. Look, there's some powerful stuff. This gets into it. It's for people who read this, it's going to shift your energy. It's going to shift your perspective. I highly recommend it. And if I recommend a book, I don't joke with it. Not just because this young man learned from me, but, you know, he knows what he's talking about. This dude, and I know he's going to hear this, and I know he ain't going to mind me saying this. This dude rose from a place where he was beyond frustrated. I remember those days. To the point now, he walk in a room now and he can make a woman come. So this is what you want to get into. For those who are ready for that higher thing. If you're not ready for it, hey, you know what? Get it. Get the book anyway. Get the book and just read it. You might not get it at first. Man, keep it on your shelf for a while. Because one day, maybe you will be. But it's a powerful thing. For those who want to go to that higher level, definitely check it out. So anyway, the link is in the description box. And as always, well, I usually use this ending on my Deep Thought channel. But see, this kind of goes over into Deep Thought. In fact, I think I might simulcast this on my Deep Thought channel. So anyway, that's it for today. Keep rising and transforming. Peace and blessings.